But a win here today, and they can put themselves right on the brink of a playoff spot. So certainly this group is going to be motivated, and Jack Plummer will be coming out and taking his first snaps of the day.
He's done a very good job, especially taking care of the football over the course of the season. No interceptions in his last 105 attempts, the longest current streak in the UFL. We are underway, fielded at the 4-yard line, and Orlando with a football first. Across the 25 is K.J. Hamler, and down near the 33, where Jack Plummer and this offense,
and they really rely on yards after the catch. A lot of short completions and allowing these guys to get after it after the catch, but Jack Plummer is second in the league right now in passing. He's second in the league in completion percentage. He's certainly playing well.
From the 33-yard line, 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. And on first down, off the play fake, and a toss to the left side where K.J. Hamler has it. And a pickup of nearly 5. Joel, let's talk players to watch with Orlando on the offensive end.
Well, one of them is K.J. Hamler. He missed the last couple of weeks with hamstring injuries. He's back, but he'll be a focal point there in the slot. Jashawn Corbin, third in the league in rushing. Last year, he was the leading rusher in the UFL. They'll try to get him going on the ground. And then defensively for Birmingham, Kavai Tazzino, he's third in the league in tackles. And Tate Crowder, he missed that Week 4 matchup against this Orlando team. He leads the league in tackles per game with 9.5.
180! What's up?
Second down and 4 after the 6-yard completion. Plummer back to the air and on the run in Stallions territory, and down at the 40-yard line is Cam Camper. His 11th catch of the season and a first down for the Storm.
And there's an example of the yards after the catch. Watch the timing here, and this is what I think Jack Plummer does such a good job of. Ball is out on time, but it's also right in front of the intended receiver there, and Camper can just run through it, and he gets that positive yak. And this is something that Birmingham is going to have to take away because it's something Orlando really relies on.
First time on the ground for Jashawn Corbin on this first down from the 40, and he gets 3 to the Stallions' 37-yard line.
You know, Kev, it's not an overly explosive offense. In fact, if you look at their passing chart, Jack Plummer's only completed 3 passes of 20 or more air yards down the field. You know, they rely on that short to intermediate passing game, a lot of in-breaking routes. But again, it's about the accuracy and the timing of their quarterback. And Plummer giving his guys a chance after the catch.
We're good. Tighten. Orlando, sit.
Second and 7. Plummer looking to the right, fires to the right, pulling it in is Elijah Badger. His first catch of the afternoon, and another first down for the Storm.
Here's Colin Thompson. He's the play caller for this Orlando group, and they want to get off to a fast start. Last week, they really struggled in the first half. They were down 18-0 in that game. They only had 46 yards in the first half. They were down 25-0 in the third quarter. So getting a fast start, getting that rhythm, and establishing that rhythm early in this game was a huge goal for this Storm team.
Yeah, one of the things Anthony Beck told us before the game, he wanted to up the tempo a little this week, and so far that tempo is up just a bit. Plummer on first down the sideline, and a diving attempt made by Badger. Pass incomplete with coverage from Stephen Gilmore.
Boy, I thought he had Badger, and he does a good job right there. He's got the high outside leverage, but the ball comes down short and to the outside, and he just can't make the adjustment. If that's up near that pylon, I think he's got a chance.
Second down and 10. Jashawn Corbin, the single setback.
180!
Steven Stilianos was the motion tight end. That's a drop snap. The ball caroming around, and it's recovered by Birmingham. Boy, it took an ill bounce for Plummer. He couldn't get it, and Olakunle Fatakasi ends up on top of it, and it's Orlando's turnover.
And what a gift here for the Birmingham defense. And this is something that this Orlando offense has just not done this year. They're the best team in the league as far as taking care of the football. And it just never really got to his head. You can see Jack Plummer, he's just kind of, I guess he was just leaning back ever so slightly and didn't stay under center. And then that ball, as you said, bounced right to Birmingham, and their offense heads onto the field. That's a good series for them because, listen, Plummer had a few completions there. He throws one short, drops a snap, and now the Stallions on the field.
What's that?
On first down and 10, and the handoff. And a little bit of a punishment from Snoop Connor.
Good job,
at the
way to
end of that
start,
run. Dorian Thompson-Robinson in his second start with Birmingham, and he was really good for the most part in his debut after just 4 days on the roster.
And he's going to have to be good today. This is one of the best defenses in the league. In fact, it is the top defense as far as scoring defense in the league. But last week, he was electric. He was their leading rusher. He threw the ball well, 350 total yards, 3 total touchdowns. If he takes care of the football today, they're going to be in this ball game. There's no doubt about it. This is a different group than the group that got shut out 2 weeks ago by Orlando.
It's 2nd and 3. Dorian Thompson-Robinson using his feet, throws on the run, wide open on the sideline. It's Jaden Mickens with a move. Mickens on the chase and down near the 10. Dorian Thompson-Robinson buying time with the nifty footwork.
Yeah, this is a beautiful job in the pocket as he's able to just elude this rush over from the right side. The pass rush for Orlando is very good. Chris Garrett was there in the background, in the backfield, excuse me, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson keeps his eyes downfield. Watch his eyes as he eludes the rush. There he is, eyes downfield, finds the completion, and it's a massive gain down the field and now into scoring territory.
57-yard pickup as Snoop Connor makes a move, and Snoop breaking tackles. He's in for the touchdown. About these Stallions, they get the gift turnover and they turn it into a touchdown.
What a physical run right there from Snoop Connor. Connor drops the snap, and right down the field, the Stallions go. It's just a little handoff, a little zone right in the middle. Good cut right here by Snoop Connor, and then he's facing 3 Orlando Storm defenders, and he just powers his way into the end zone. This is a group, again, they got shut out 2 weeks ago, and now right down the field, that is exactly the start that A.J. McCarron was looking for.
If you want 32, you want... If you want 30...
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Extra point on the way. And a 7-0 advantage.
How about some energy right there? You can see exactly what he means to this group. Right down the field, 7-0, and now Jack Plummer's got to go back on after that fumble. Only his 2nd turnover of the season. Very clean with the football, but coming off of a loss, that is not how they wanted to start.
7-0 advantage for Birmingham in a game they absolutely have to have. This is Aaron Cruikshank getting his first opportunity today. And Cruikshank with the return out to the 25 to Zeno on the tackle.
I'll tell you what, this Orlando team, they better buckle up because Birmingham is ready to play today. They are ready. They don't feel like they got anywhere near their best effort a couple of weeks ago in that shutout. And now Orlando coming off of a loss, a game in which they did not play well in the first half on either side of the ball, gave up their first scores defensively in the first half. By the way, that touchdown Birmingham just scored, only the 3rd touchdown that Orlando has given up in the first half of any game this year. And so clearly these Stallions ready to go.
That came on a 3-play, 70-plus yard drive. On 1st down, the handoff is to Corbin, and Corbin out near the 30-yard line. He'll end up 5 yards short of a 1st down, but a good 1st down run for Jayshawn Corbin.
And everything for this Orlando team is about efficiency. Efficiency in the passing game, efficiency in the run game. It helps them on 3rd down. They don't do anything great other than taking care of the football. They've already put it on the ground once, and here it looks like a pre-snap penalty.
73? Yeah, cool flinch. False start, number 73. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Down.
Samuel Jackson unhappy after that flinch and back him up 5.
Certainly not the start they wanted, huh, Kev? I mean, Anthony Beck got to be frustrated with these first few moments of this contest.
Well, and what did he tell us this week? He said, we put up a slide. He said, this is a, and I'll clean it up for family viewing, this is a fool around and find out game. He said, it happened last week in the first half. We cannot fool around as Jayshawn Corbin will take the direct snap and keep it himself. And Corbin, after the penalty, back out to the 30-yard line. And so far, a little fooling around for Orlando, and they're down 7-0.
That's exactly right. You know, open up the rush lane. You know, a wide rush allows DTR to get out of the pocket. Big completion. And he throws a block, gets him into the end zone. You know, they're facing a defense that has not had a lot of success. This Birmingham defense, last in the league in total defense, last in the league in passing defense. They're last on third down. They don't get to the quarterback very well. They do take it away, though. That's one thing that they've lived on is the takeaways. Their second most takeaways in the UFL was 7.
Plummer, target, and a broken tackle for Badger to get the first down. He was going to be close to short on the initial contact, but he was able to spin away and move the chains.
You know, that's what he does, though, Kev. Elijah Badger is so good after the catch. In fact, he's second in the league right now in yards after the catch. So the contact right there, you better wrap him up. He reminds me a little bit of Omar Cooper we were just talking about in the draft last week from Indiana. Just refuses to be tackled, and you can see that determination after the catch.
Came in 4th in the UFL in receiving yards this season. You see yards per catch, 2nd in the league. He's been a big play guy.
180! What's up?
First down, Plummer airing it deep. Down the sideline, and the pass incomplete. He wanted Cam Camper, so now 2nd and 10 for Colin Thompson.
You got to listen.
The best quarterbacks, it's so much more than just arm talent. They're floor raisers. They're ceiling raisers. They elevate the play of everyone around them. That's what we've seen so far with the Stallions.
Pressure, throw to the right side. First down, broken tackle, and a stiff arm out of bounds. Justin Ross. Flag is down. That's going to be Isaiah Bugg's flag.
He certainly did. We have a complete confirming that. Back it on.
Tack it on, half the distance. Yeah. Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 96. Defense, half the distance goal, first down.
This is Isaiah Bugs who's coming in. You just can't contact. Yeah, he clearly gets him right in the face. Little contact with his helmet. That's just going to be called. That's just modern football right there. I know he doesn't like it. There's some that still don't like it, but that's the way that the game has gone. That is a penalty. Sometimes
13-yard penalty. First down at the 12. For one of the best red zone teams in the UFL, but nowhere to go this time. Excellent work. Into the backfield from Tavante Beckett.
There's Beckett. This is a very good player. All UFL the last couple of years. You can see he's just off the edge right there. That's not a read. They're unable to squeeze out there. Tight end goes down. He doubles up. Nobody blocking the in-man on the line of scrimmage. That's an easy tackle for Tavante Beckett.
Monday.
Loss of 2. It's 2nd and 12. And the handoff up the middle. Not much running room there for Snoop Connor. And it'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Now, this is typically when you've got to have somebody on the outside that has a bit of size that can provide a mismatch. Remember, Deon Kane is 6'1", 194 pounds, caught a touchdown last week. He was good last week, 5 catches, 57 yards total. Might be a time to look for Deon Kane here, number 8.
First 3rd down today for Birmingham.
Go to 11. You got 10.
And a timeout is used by A.J. McCarron on the sideline. So the former quarterback calling a timeout, wants to talk
Birmingham has called their
with his
first
current
charge time out of the half, 30 seconds in length.
Let's go! Deon, let's go!
Yeah.
Monday.
Usually means you're trying to get to the corner guys on bench routes, trying to get somewhere right back here.
3rd and 9. To the end zone, leaping grab for the touchdown. Justin Ross, his 2nd touchdown grab of the year. And the Stallions stunning the Storm early, up 13-0.
This is graduate level quarterback play. I want you to watch Dorian Thompson's eyes first. Watch, he goes to the flat first, bang, right there. And now he goes up to the corner. He just holds the defender ever so slightly. That's all you need is the corner to just bite. Right there, he sits, and now you can go up and over the top. You just need that little bit of space. It's a beautiful throw, but it was set up by his knowledge of that bench route. He knows he has to hold the corner, and he does it with his eyes, and then he gets the ball up and over the top.
Extra point makes it 14-0. First meeting. Birmingham returned and got him inside the 5, down near the 3.
This is the exact answer that Anthony Beck wanted, is his offense right back down the field. And here trying to use a little of that tempo. They said they would use tempo, and here they're right back on the line of scrimmage.
Second down and goal.
Balls. Orlando, set!
It's Plummer to the corner. Shot ball incomplete. He wanted Elijah Badger. The coverage there from Mario Goodrich.
Well, that's twice now that Badger has had a step and had an opportunity to go high. And this ball needs to be up and over the top. You see, if that's up over the top near the pylon, he's going to have a better chance. It's called throwing the ball with leverage. And right now, Plummer has shorted 2 of those deep passes to Badger, who has one on his route, and that one he just can't go back over the top of the helmet of the defender. And Goodrich gets the PBU.
And a timeout before this third and goal play. The first third down of the drive for Orlando. And the Storm trying to jump right back into this after some fits and starts in this first quarter.
Yeah, and you know, Jake, I'll go back to that throw, because as a tight end, you know, when you run a route, you're expecting the quarterback to read where you win and throw the ball with leverage. What does that mean? That it puts you in a position to make the play, and that ball is put on your side, not the defender's side.
Yeah, especially down in the red zone, Joel, where you know it's going to be a bang-bang play. There's not a lot of room to separate. It really comes down to location and the chemistry between pass catcher and quarterback. He had a step, but you called this one out, Joel. It was short and certainly a missed opportunity for the Storm there.
So third down and goal. After the timeout, Plummer in an empty backfield. 4 receivers to the top of the screen.
What's up?
Now motion from Rowland. He fires it to Rowland. Rowland looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Orlando!
This is basically just a perimeter screen, guys. You're going to get blocks by these wide receivers, and that allows Rowland right here. Catch the ball, get upfield, and then he's just got one to beat. Nice design right there from the Storm offensively. And good execution from Rowland. Some power at the goal line to get in.
Anthony Beck a little happier than he was when we heard him a moment ago. Michael Lance on for the extra point.
Yeah.
14-7 ball game. It started with a good return from Chris Rowland, and it ended with Chris Rowland's 3rd touchdown catch of the season. Good blocking in front, and the Orlando's from the 15-yard line on first down. After the penalty, they set up the screen. This is Ty Davis-Price with a full head of steam, and he's caught at the 30-yard line. Some breathing room for Birmingham, and a first down to the running back out of LSU.
And another really good job by Dorian Thompson-Robinson using his eyes. He faked the pitch on the outside. Then he retrains his eyes downfield. Defense gets some depth, comes back to that screen route, so he's setting his guys up on the outside for yards after the catch.
Turf right. Monday. Sit down. Hey, power here. What's that?
After the 15-yard pickup, a first down. Over the middle, it's John Ross. And Ross, a yard, if that. Really well defended by Orlando.
Hey, we needed that one and we're out the gate.
Tell you what, Josh Meekins came up and he triggered right away. Watch as this is going to materialize, and it looks like they've got something brewing right here, and then boom, he's right in there to make the tackle. He does a great job of splitting those blockers, and he's right there, and John Ross cannot get himself going. Ross was inactive last week. He's back on the field here this week. Of course, John Ross, just that blazing speed we all remember from the Combine a few years ago, ran 4.21.
We're good.
To get that speed in open space, and you've got split of your Birmingham on second down. It's tight end is Price, and he gets 2 to the 32-yard line, and that should take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An impressive 14-7 first quarter. A lot of offense and a lot of fun on this Sunday afternoon in the UFL. Birmingham with the early 14-7 lead. They jumped out 14-0, but Orlando storming back.
We got a ball turnover from Orlando, but this Orlando defense, which has been the best defense in the UFL this year, they have not been able to stop Birmingham at all, but here a good chance on 3rd and 7.
Thompson Robinson with pressure in his face, throws left side incomplete. He had pressure right in the middle of that throw, and it's 4th down.
That's right, he's going to get pressure mainly off of his left side and then right into his face. Great job on the rush right there. Darian Butler, the middle linebacker, who just eluded Noah Johnson, the center, and was right in the face of Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who probably, if he has a beat there, he's going to make that throw and get a completion, convert on 3rd down. So a great rush right there from Butler.
First punt for either team, Colby Wadman punts it away. Rolling with the field at the 23 and out of bounds near the 25 for Orlando. So here comes Jack Plummer after a first quarter that we saw him go 7 of 10 for 97 yards and that touchdown after a fumble and a turnover on downs. The first 2 possessions for the Orlando Storm. Jake Butt.
Yeah, guys, there is a lot of chipping, a lot of verbal back and forth down on the field. We saw the flag on the prior kickoff return by the Stallions, and now once again after the punt by the Stallions. Both these teams coming off a long
officials, and that'll give this Storm team a first down.
Anyone get there or see it?
From the 37, a first down. Plummer sets up the middle screen. Bowman, the tight end, bowling over tacklers to midfield. Sean Bowman from a Rutgers Scarlet Knight moving the chains.
Again here, these quarterbacks are doing a nice job of moving the defense with their eyes. Watch as Plummer comes out, and he's going to originally look over here. You see that, just that small look, and that gets some defenders to just bite ever so slightly, and that's all the space that you're trying to get. You see that look just to the right. Now he comes in the middle. He retreats on the screen. He knows he's going to have a rush in his face, and he's able to just dump it down over the top for a nice gain.
And now Jayshawn Corbin will take his second direct snap of the afternoon. He'll keep, and Corbin into Stallions territory to the 49.
All right, crossing the 50. Now this is a no-punt series right here. This Orlando team does have a good kicking game, though. Michael Lance, their kicker, he's got a long of 57. He's 9 of 11 on the year. He's been one of the most reliable kickers thus far this year in the UFL. So about 10 more yards, you feel like you're in his range, but no punting from here on out.
Second down and 8. Little move to the right, and Jayshawn Corbin sets him up 3 yards short of the first down.
Let's go gun slot right, 352, Y sticky triple slam.
Here we go. Gun front right, 352. Y sticky triple slam. Here we go. Sit on! Watch the over. Watch the over. 180! Wait, shot!
Out of the backfield, catch made by Corbin on a first down. Let's listen in to Colin Thompson now with a fresh set of downs.
Valley left, 12 Willie man, wide bubble.
It's wide bubble, it's wide bubble. Hey, gun Valley left, 12 Willie man, wide bubble. All one, ready? Hey, 2 rows. Hey, go right, go right. Hey, go. Here we go. Yeah. Sit on! Yeah. 180! Wait, shot!
First down and 10 at the 36. Up the middle, near the 33, goes Corbin.
12. Sling right, past 13 Willie, Z Rattler, F basic. Swing right past 13 Willie, Z Rattler, F basic.
Hey, swing right past 13 Willie, Z Rattler, F basic. On one, right? Hey, chop left. Chop left. Chop left. Sit down. 180. What's up?
It's coming. Plummer in trouble, able to break away. Plummer flushed, and he'll throw this one away. He eluded Stephen Gilmore, bought time, and saved a huge loss.
That's just a good job by this defensive front. You know, getting to the quarterback, forcing him to elude the rush. Here you're going to get some of this rush right here. And initially, this blitz around the edge, this is what causes Plummer to have to retreat. And now all the Stallions there, and he just alertly has to throw that ball away.
Hey, Tyler. Hey, Tinko. Tinko. Hey, Tinko. Tinko. Here we go. Sit down. 180. What's up?
3rd and 7. Plummer steps up, throwing open at the 5-yard line and down to the 3. It's 1st and goal, KJ Hamler.
Well, they're just in the soft zone coverage right here, and what you're going to see here is you're going to get these linebackers that sink eyes in the backfield, and then the safety never bites. You see right there, the safety's just in the middle of the field, and I don't think he's in the right position. That's Trey Norwood, number 21, and he's looking around at his teammates. It looks like that was a missed assignment by somebody.
Picks up 30, 1st and goal at the 3. Handoff, Corbin trying to bounce it, and he cannot get away from Tizino. He's playing a whale of a game for Birmingham.
He sure is. He's been all over the place. He had that 4th down stop earlier in the 1st quarter, Kev, and he's been flying around, and he has been a staple in spring football for a few years. And 3rd in the league right now in the UFL in tackles, 36 on the year, 4th in the UFL, excuse me. And this Birmingham defense, they thrive on takeaways. Again, they have not been great statistically as far as yards and scoring, but they do take the ball away.
Kick in. Here we go. Spacing.
2nd and goal.
Orlando, son.
Plummer on the roll. Looking, throws, front of the end zone, diving catch, and a touchdown for KJ Hamler.
There was a huge miscommunication in the defensive backfield. JoJo Tillery and Stephen Gilmore, number 22 and number 4. Watch these two right here, because they're going to be all over this. And he's covered at first, and then as he goes out to the left side, they both just let him go. Plummer is staring him down, then look at him. They just look at each other, and they think to themselves, I thought you were going to get him. No, I thought you were going to get him. He's wide open for a touchdown.
Nobody gets him. And now flags fly.
False start, number 77, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, replay for try.
So Jason Ivey moving early and back him up 5. KJ Hamler back in the lineup and making an impact already. 4 catches, 57 yards, and a score. The former 2nd-round pick of the Denver Broncos back in 2020, really flexing his muscle and his talent in this 1st half. And the extra point by Lance is good. Tied at 14, Birmingham and Orlando. Jack Plummer on the roll. His 2nd touchdown pass.
Got double left, 355, arrow line on the dummy, ready?
Gets cover 2. He's got double slants up to the top here. I think he's got the slants if he wants it. It's probably the outside slant. The read would be this slot defender if he wanted it.
to get the snap. He does. Looks that direction. You called it, Joel. He found him, and he drops it in to Jaden Mickens for the first down.
Yeah, so the read is the slot defender. It's just Lion, okay? So Lion means that you've got slants right here, and you've got an inside slant. That's what's called a lookie. And the lookie rarely gets the ball because normally that slot defender is playing inside leverage. But as he's outside leverage, that guy is going to get the ball. You've got to start your eyes inside out on Lion, double slants. If he's open, he gets the ball right now. That's exactly what Dorian Thompson-Robinson did.
Go right at 24.
9 and moves.
Dummy. 180, one set. Hot. Yeah, we're good. Orlando set.
First down. DTR over the middle. Drops it off at the 30-yard line. Snoop with some pushing. Run after catch. And he picks up 9.5.
What we got?
So
Defense.
Okay.
Answer the face defense number 30.
number 30. Okay. 30 defense. Yep. Clock. We're gonna get the clock fixed. 5:49. All right. 5. Hey, you had one number again, Marcus?
30.
Number 30 defense. Yeah. 3-0. Okay. 5:49. 5:49. Good talk.
We gotta go at it now.
Illegal use of the hands to the face, number 30, defense. That penalty will be enforced 5 yards at the end of the play. First down.
There's Jasheem Davis on the outside, and you can see on this pass rush, he gets that hand right up into the face mask and then shoves the face all the way back. DTR loving it for the first down there.
We were talking with DTR this week, and he was engaged in some spirited conversation, shall we say, last week. As you know, Joel, everything that's said on this field, somehow we hear it. And he said, yeah, that's how you should have known I was feeling really good and really comfortable, is that I started smack-talking everybody.
Well, he's feeling really good right now. 9 of 11 for 141 and a touchdown. But an important series here.
2.5 yards. Decline it.
This is not a timeout. There's a yardage conversation to try to figure that out.
Down and short.
So it's 2nd and short after that penalty.
Double left off.
Hey, double left off. Split. 5 dogs. That's Bubba Ziegler. Don't worry. Yep. Hey, rip. Monday. Sit up. Watch it right out. What's that?
And off up the middle of the gaping hole. Pounding his way down to the 10 is Ty Davis Price.
Stay loaded. Good job, boys.
Well, you got 6 to block, and you've only got 5 or 6 defenders in the box. So you've got even numbers as an offense. So they've got a pass play called to attach to this run play. And then it's the quarterback's decision in the backfield. And he gives the run, and there's just a really nice run from Davis Price right down the middle of the defense. Good decision there from DTR pre-snap.
First down and 10. They get a first down inside the 1. And a keeper for DTR, and he is going to go down. The push in the middle came from Keyshawn Banks. I was just this close.
And Banks is such an upfield player, isn't he? I mean, he's just constantly in the backfield. Come into today's game with 4 sacks.
Here we go, boys.
Constantly lives in the backfield, and there, even on a run play, blowing things up.
Originally signed by the Packers, undrafted in 2023. Made his debut that year in the playoffs for Green Bay against the 49ers.
What's that?
Just gets that snap, and a handoff up the middle to Snoop Connor. Sets up a long 3rd down.
I'm trying to get it, yeah. Train right. 63, Krusty X-Fade on.
Krusty in here, Joel.
So Krusty is the concept at the top. X-fade down at the bottom. He's not going to go with the fade on the off coverage right here.
What's that?
On 3rd down. Over the middle. Oh, my! Caught by Mickens, and he paid a big price with Jalen Mahoney's head.
Open it up. Yeah, 12 on sportsmanlike.
I had 12 on sportsmanlike. You did a little lick signal to the bench over there.
Yeah, so we're going to go dead ball.
Dead ball foul.
Fourth down.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Down fence.
Yep. And we had number 12.
Number 12 on offense. Yep.
His first. After the play is over on sportsmanlike conduct, number 12, offense, 15-yard penalty, the down counts, it's fourth down. That's 12's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
Oh, baby.
Well, here's the hit on Mickens. He runs this little under route, and then here's the hit, bang, and he holds on, and he decides to flex towards the bench, but then he took his helmet off and continued to...
Trying to get back into the conversation for a postseason berth as we wrap up Week 6 in the UFL. Stutter step and stop shy of the 20-yard line. Aaron Cruikshank and Orlando starting near the 18 for Jack Plummer.
Well, 2 straight touchdown drives for this Orlando offense. They've yet to punt today, and Jack Plummer has been very good, very efficient, like we told you coming in. 11 of 15, 152, and 2 touchdowns. One of the things that they've been able to do is run the ball decently on first down, stay out of long third down scenarios. And this Birmingham team did get that turnover on the muffed exchange, the quarterback center exchange, but they've been sitting in this zone defense, and Plummer's been picking them apart. Let's see if they switch it up here and start to play a little bit of man.
I know.
On first down, Plummer, sideline catch made, a little stiff arm, breaking away, and trying to get to first down yardage is Elijah Badger, and he's a yard short.
He didn't get the first down, but this is really soft coverage out there, and that's an easy throw for a quarterback, even far hash here. You see Badger, he's got all the room in the world, and nobody breaking on that. Mario Goodrich has got to give a little bit of a tighter cushion on the outside, or else that's just going to be pitch and catch all day long.
It's been a problem all year for Birmingham. They have struggled mightily against passing teams. Last in the league in pass yards per game and yards per catch. 2nd and 1. Plummer over the middle, and it's too tall for Stylianos, who had coverage out there from Trey Norwood. Now Orlando fell behind 14-0 in this game, but the last couple of drives, this Orlando offense has really found its rhythm. 14 plays, 114.
I would think about the challenge if I was A.J. McCarron. Did he get it out?
And they may be checking this one. Oh, there's a false start, I believe. Let's see about the catch, or no catch.
Yeah, I think that would be ruled incomplete. Certainly used the ground to help him catch that ball.
We're going to go back. Do we have a false start? Is that what happened?
We did, yeah.
Okay, we're going to go back and make the pass incomplete.
Okay, so it'll be fourth down, right?
So it's going to be fourth down and 1. We're going to disregard the false start.
Prior to the false start, the previous play is under review. After review, the previous play on third down was an incomplete pass. It's going to be fourth down.
Yeah, that is huge because remember, Birmingham deferred to start the game, and so they've got an opportunity here getting the second half kick to start the third quarter to get the ball and double up because this is certainly a punting situation. You don't want to give them the ball right here if you're Anthony Beck. They're already 0 for 1 on fourth down here today. And so a huge review right there, and a ball that was just too low. Plummer just didn't set his feet. He didn't give Rowland a good ball there. Rowland was unable to corral that thing. Rowland came into the day with 27 catches on the year. That was good for 3rd in the league, and he's only got 1 target so far today before that last play. 1 catch. He did catch that touchdown. But a huge play right there in review in order to get the ball back for Birmingham.
He just keeps going. He just keeps going.
So Jack Browning will punt it away. Birmingham 2 timeouts to work with. And 1:58 on the clock.
Hey, so you good back there?
averages over 46 yards per punt this year to punt it away. First punt of the afternoon for Orlando. Jabri Barber, the deep man. Good punt. Barber all the way back to the 9-yard line. Barber to the 15, at the 20, and he'll go no further. Rather, on their first 4 possessions.
Look for a shot here on the outside if it's single high safeties.
Thompson Robinson down the sideline looking for Justin Ross. He's got the catch and a first down.
Only needs 1 foot in bounds. That's the new rule this year in the UFL. And he was able to get it. You heard Dorian Thompson Robinson right before he got into the huddle. He said, hey, single high, I'm coming up top on the outside. That's exactly what he did.
And on first down, to midfield goes Snoop Connor. A pickup of 4.
This is a really good route and release here because there's no jam at the line of scrimmage. So it was a free release, and then there's the catch. Beautiful job dragging that foot inbounds. They got up to that line of scrimmage right away, got a play, ran, and they're in business.
On 2nd and 6, incomplete for Ross. Jalen Mahoney in coverage. And it's 3rd down.
Did that hit him right in the face mask?
Thought it hit him right in the face.
My goodness. I mean, just look back to the quarterback. Watch as he's streaking right down the middle of the field, and he gets inside of the safety. That is an incredible ball, and he just never looks. I mean, that could have been a huge completion right down the middle of the field. Now it brings up a precarious 3rd down with this pass rush.
What's that?
3rd and 6. DTR over the middle. Oh, he had a guy open. It was Ross again, and he just couldn't connect, and he knows it.
I think he was expecting him to go more upfield and not bend that route across. You know, a lot of these middle routes, they're kind of a choice routes in that if there's a middle safety, you bend it across, but if there's not and it's open, you're supposed to go right down the middle of the field. You see, he's expecting him to bend that up the hash, and he and Ross just not on the same page on back-to-back snaps, and that drive ends after the beautiful completion on the outside to Justin Ross. They can't connect with John Ross in the last 2 snaps.
And a fortunate break for the Stallions in that they didn't get it over the midfield stripe. Otherwise, they would have to go for this here. Instead, they can punt it away at a timeout taken by Orlando.
Yeah, that's a great point right there. And Anthony Beck going to get it.
Although we're under 2 minutes, so forget that whole conversation that I just had.
That's right, because you can punt it inside of 2 minutes once you're across the 50.
It's all good. Yeah. I got you.
So either way, they're punting it away, and Orlando's going to get the ball back. And a chance now for Plummer, who was frustrated, Joel, when we saw him a moment ago. A chance for him to come out and make some noise before halftime.
You know, his stat line is fine. He's 12 of 18 for 161 and 2 touchdowns, but we've seen him get frustrated several times.
A fair catch called for and made at the 11. And then the collision with Brandon Sebastian, who was blocking back there, bumping into KJ Hamlin.
Well, the frustration started for Jack Plummer early in this game. This was the first series, and he fumbled a snap. It went the Stallions' way. They went right down the field in a few plays and scored. But then he started settling in. Beautiful job with his eyes. He gets the defense to react. Gets the middle screen. Here's the touchdown on the outside. Beautiful blocking by the wide receivers. And Roland was able to get into the end zone. And then here, escaping the pocket, eyes downfield. And he's able to find KJ Hamler for the touchdown. So we'll see if he can continue that efficient play that we've seen over the course of the last 2 or 3 series.
From the 10-yard line on first down, Plummer, good start, and a first down to the 21-yard line. Sam Wiglis, one of his roomies, with the catch.
63. Hey, be alive. Orlando, sit up.
On first down, just flip it forward. And Plummer with positive yardage. He felt that pocket close it in.
Yeah, but he Didn't get across the line to gain there. Didn't create a first down, so the clock keeps running.
63 rounds.
Only one timeout left for Orlando and a lot of time burning here. And now we've got movement and flags, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and that would be a 10-second runoff unless they wanted to take that last timeout.
Timeout here to avoid 10-second runoff. False start, number 68, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down. Orlando has called their 3rd and final charge timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff.
And that's a big penalty right there, because now you're out of timeouts here, and the quarterback, your entire approach to the series has to change, because now you cannot check the ball down like you just did on that little flip to the running back, because you can't guarantee yourself a first down. You know, you complete this ball short of the sticks in the middle of the field, and you might get another snap. Their kicker, Michael Lance, has a good leg. 57 is his long. You got to get this ball all the way down. Oh, shoot, I would say about the 39-yard line, so you got a ways to go here. But this ball has got to be outside the numbers, past the chains, if you're Jack Plummer.
Well, don't forget, with the use of that last timeout, that erases the challenge opportunity for Orlando. You have to have a timeout to challenge, so on any play that you think might have gone your way and didn't get called that way, no challenge for Anthony Becht.
I know it's a 3-point game and the offense has put together a few series, but I know Anthony Becht is going to be frustrated at halftime with his group. Too many small mistakes, and certainly a game that he feels like his team is not playing its best.
You got a flat. Empty. Hey, they gonna run daggers from here. Daggers from right here. Hey, right here. Sit up. Hey, daggers. 180. Wait, shut.
2nd and 8. No timeouts left. It's Rowland, and Rowland is not going to get to the first down line. That clock's going to keep running.
Kev, you cannot throw that ball right there short of the sticks. That is not a time to throw a hitch. That's a bad play call and a bad decision by the quarterback.
3rd and 3. Plummer over the middle. This is a first down. Clock will stop for the moment with Elijah Dotson moving the chains.
And now they're going to have to come up and kill it as quickly as they can.
And they do. Spiking that football.
Hey, I gotta put some time on.
Can we get some time back?
They're going to put 2 more seconds back up, so 11 seconds on the clock.
Here we go. Gun, slot right, 63, Dapper, wide corner. Gun, slot right, 63, Dapper, wide corner.
Hey, slot right, 63. Dapper, wide corner. I want right. Slot right. Yeah. Hey, Dapper. We gotta run up and stay back, Tez. Check flat. Sit on. 180. Wait, shot. Play your ball.
2nd and 10. Plummer to the sideline. Everybody's saying, get out. And he does. Gets out of bounds. And then a conversation afterwards with the clock stopping 4 seconds until halftime.
Yeah, the problem here is that they can't run a play realistically, get enough for a field goal, and get out of bounds. There's just not enough time. So this one's going to have to go all the way down the field. If they try to complete this at the sideline and then get the kicking unit on the field, I think that the half will be over.
Fast chest. Sit on. 180. Wait, shot.
Plummer stepping up. Over the middle. Floats it into traffic, and a big stick leveled by Trey Norwood on K.J. Hamler to end the first half in Orlando.
Had no choice but to kind of float it down the field. And Norwood comes in right away. Good defense by Trey Norwood. Good half by these Birmingham Stallions on the road.
And let's go to Jake Butt.
All right, AJ, that was a battle there in the first half. What are you seeing from your team out there in the first half?
Yeah, we're playing great. We're moving the ball on offense. We just can't have dumb penalties. We've been
2nd and 6. DTR looking deep down the left side. That's an overthrown ball, and it's almost intercepted. Dion Kane turning into a DB to break it up with Josh Minkins having his hands on it.
And then he gives the DB celebration. I love it. Give Dion Kane the Thorpe Award. I mean, it's really an ill-advised throw, and you can see that Kane didn't even expect him to throw this, and he immediately turns into a defender, and he contacts that ball right at the catch point. You can see he just puts his hands right on Josh Minkins as Minkins was trying to catch what had to look like to him.
Hey, you got the stick.
3rd and 6.
Hey, what's that?
Over the middle, open with that pressure in his face. He finds the open man, and Justin Ross into the secondary and down inside the 30.
Got to delay the game,
This is a good read right here from Dorian Thompson-Robinson, because watch, the defender is going to run right past him, and then Ross is able to just hook up right there. He puts the ball right on his chest. Good run after the catch as well. Makes a move on the safety, protects the football, and picks up a ton of yards after the catch.
26 yards total for Ross. 6 catches, 104 yards, and a touchdown.
What's that?
Snoop Connor on 1st down, going nowhere. He'll lose yardage, and you hear Dorian Thompson-Robinson saying, go down, go down.
I'm great. I'm great. Yeah, I'm great. I'm great now. You better ask about me.
Fired up. What'd he say? You know I'm feeling good if I'm talking? Well, he's talking, and he was talking to the guy he was traded for, Amani Bledsoe.
No, we don't help. We're not going in time.
And now it goes from talking to frustration. Couldn't hear the play call and has to use a timeout.
Yeah. Better? Yes or no? Right? Back to left, right. Pistol. Back to left, right. Purple 9 cheetah. Okay, here we go. Purple 9 cheetah, double pole. You got the speedo, right? You got the speedo. We're going to go 11. What? 11. 11. We're going to go 11. We can go Buzz, left,
see the thumbs
59 Seattle.
He can now hear the play call, which he couldn't when he had to call the timeout.
59 Seattle, Y escort, X lane. Here we go. We got Buzz up close, 59 Seattle, Y escort, X glance, orange. 59, Monday.
Second down and 12 after the loss of 2 on the carry from Connor.
Hey, what's that?
Take the pitch. Now swinging out to Connor with a blocker in front. And Snoop Connor to the 23-yard line before he's tossed out of bounds.
Can we get a flag? That's not a flag.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Jake mentioned it in the pregame. There's Melva. Mom did not love the fact that the full name did not make the jersey last week.
That's right. But no, don't worry, they corrected it. The name is correct here today.
Go left, man. Monday. So that. What's that?
3rd and 5. DTR. Clean pocket. His time. Oh, and stopped short. Turning upfield was Mickens, but an outstanding tackle by Micah Abraham, and now a decision for the Stallions.
Stay with me,
I think they're going to stay on the field right here. Doing a great job there on 4th down.
Now Orlando takes over on downs with a 1st down carry up the middle for Jashawn Corbin into the secondary, and an angle tackle at the 40-yard line for Corbin. A pickup of 19 and a 1st down.
Yeah, it's great work up front by this offensive line, and he's just going to scamper right over here on this right side. And they're doing a good job. Watch them get that, the upfield rush by the defensive end, and then good movement. They get to the 2nd level, and he's not even touched until the safeties come up and make the play.
What's up?
On 1st down and 10, a high snap pulled down, handed to Corbin, and Corbin another good run on first down, picks up 6.
You know, it's just soft defensively for Birmingham all the time. I talked about it in the secondary. Too much off coverage allows for easy throws. And now what you're seeing is that if you want to play with safeties back, this Orlando team led by Anthony Beck, they'll run the football. And Orlando is going to stick with that and force Birmingham to make a decision and a change defensively to bring more guys into the box.
You saw Kevin Sherrod, the defensive coordinator, trying to solve this puzzle. Plummer, a dart caught, and breaking free is Sean Bowman down the sidelines. A short pass turns into a big gain and another Orlando first down.
This is just a simple little stick route from the tight end. Here he is. He's going to come out and just break to the outside. Right here, ball right on his frame. Good catch in traffic. He's got Tizino all over his back. Tizino doesn't secure him with the offhand. And so because of that, he can run through the arm tackle, and then he's down the sideline. You can see the physicality there after the catch.
17 yards on the gain to the 37-yard line. On first down, about a yard is all for Elijah Dotson. 2nd and 9 as we're listening to Colin Thompson.
Let's get gun slot left, 62 Dapper, wide corner. Gun slot left, 62 Dapper, wide corner.
Gun slot left, 62 Dapper, wide corner. I want to slot left, slot left, slot left. Wide corner. Hey, meet me. Here we go. Sit 180! Wait, shot!
2nd and 9. They'll bring pressure up the middle. It's picked up on the throw, deflected and almost intercepted. That should have been picked. You had 2 Stallions in the area, and they could not secure it. And a break for Orlando. It's 3rd down.
It's almost like they knocked it out of each other's hands there. Watch Isaiah Green May. 50 is going to have an opportunity. He's the defensive end, and he drops into coverage, and he's got that ball in his sights. And then Kobe Jones, who's also dropping into coverage from the front, he kind of contacts him. And Plummer gets away with one. He normally doesn't put the ball in harm's way like that, and that is a huge sigh of relief for Anthony Beck.
180! Wait, shot!
3rd down. Plummer floats it. Sideline catch. First down, K.J. Hamler. Beautiful touch from Jack Plummer to Hamler for the first. And again, 16 yards later.
Soft coverage. Look at the soft coverage, and that just allows Hamler to work up, get on the feet of the corner, and then get to the outside. You know, stagnant feet in the secondary will always get you beat. And Mario Goodrich, just no movement right there. He allowed Hamler to gain the leverage. He gained that outside shoulder. He's going outside, and it's an easy completion.
First down and a 5-yard gain for Elijah Dotson as we listen into Colin Thompson before second down.
Give me 11 again. Give me trips left, Y surge, 12 Willie Man, Z Cloud.
Cut your split, Z, cut your split. Trips left, Y surge, 12 Willie Man, Z Cloud. I want to.
Love how he's giving them the pantomime in there, too. He's giving them, did you see the hand signals just in case they're hard of hearing?
Maybe they don't like listening to him. You have no excuses with Jack Plummer. 2nd and 5. Dotson with a stutter step, and he's close to the first down. A flag is down, though.
Hold on, number 75. Grab him right around the waist at the point of attack and pull them back.
Mike Edwards on the call for the hold.
From the previous spot. Holding, number 75. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
He said safety, one bubble and go.
Those are the type of penalties that'll just drive Anthony Beck crazy. You know, they're moving the football, and again, they feel like just self-inflicted wounds, whether it's a fumbled snap, they missed on 4th down, they've had procedure penalties, and there on a nice drive, they're backed up because of the holding call.
You have to wait, you can't. Tighten. Side. 180. Push up.
On 2nd and long, Plummer all day to throw over the middle, wide open, first down to the 8-yard line. Can Camper to get the holding back and some on one pass play.
I want you to watch Tay Crowder, the linebacker. He's right here, and he just never locates a wide receiver. So if you drop into zone, you're either going to be a spot dropper or you're going to drop to a man. He just drops to a spot. There's no one around him, and he can't defend anybody at that point. Plummer just freezes him with his eyes and goes right over the top for an easy completion.
Now first down and goal at the 8-yard line. Corbin the carry. Corbin down at the 6-yard line in the arms of Jaden Peavy.
Hey, go yellow here, yellow here, yellow. Lab, trout left, 52, F stick, H choice. Lab to trout left, yellow, yellow. Yeah, lab to trout left, 52, F stick, H choice, yellow. Line up in it, wideouts go. Lab to trout left, 52, F stick, H choice.
Tight in, KJ! Tight in, KJ!
10th play of the drive.
Hey, right
Second
here.
and goal.
Stop! Right here! Right here! Roll! Here we go!
Just throw it out here. You got blockers. You just run a little wide receiver screen. Yeah, exactly.
We've seen this before today that turned into a touchdown, but good recovery by Birmingham and specifically Lucas Dennis.
Well, they just missed the signal right here. Okay, so this right here is supposed to be a block. If he gets this block, that's an easy score. And he just runs out there. He doesn't get the signal. You can see he puts his arms out like that. Plummer saw what I saw. They had numbers out there for a little roll-in wide receiver screen to go in for an easy score, but that's the problem there. Camper never got the communication.
Saw it to the right side in the first half.
We're good.
Third and goal.
Orlando, son!
Bobble on the snap. It never got to Plummer, and it's recovered by Birmingham. It's the second time today there's been an issue with center-quarterback exchange and the second turnover.
It almost looked like Cole Schneider thought Plummer was under center. He's in the shotgun. Felt like he lost the grip of that one, and Plummer doesn't dive on either of them, and that's what Anthony Becht is so upset about.
And you talked about it. Clean football has been the norm for Orlando, but 2 today. They'd only lost 1 fumble entering today.
Hey, what's up?
And on first down from the 10-yard line, toss to Tyler Davis, who gets 5 for Birmingham. Just errors today for Orlando, uncharacteristic for their 4-1 start.
Well, and they've outgained this Birmingham team 344 to 254. You know, they're up 90 yards and down 3, and it's been because of those mistakes. A 4th down stop and then the 2 turnovers, both on center quarterback exchanges.
Hey, what's up?
Thompson Robinson slipped a little bit and brings up 3rd down. Let's go into Jake Button.
Yeah, guys, right there in that break, DTR was calling the offense up, saying, guys, let's put together a 90-yard drive and take this into the 4th quarter. To your point, they have a chance to really seize control of this game. Obviously starts with a 3rd down conversion here.
Down and 5. DTR steps up, pressure at the middle, and he's down. Orlando with their first sack of the afternoon, and it comes from the big Isaiah Marks.
Well, this is what they hang their hat on, getting after the quarterback. Good, hard edge rushing right here. It forces DTR to step up in the pocket, and there the tackles are waiting for him. That's just a beautiful job. Great rush. He's got nowhere to go. Remember, in the first half, they ran way up the field, and it allowed him to get outside of the pocket, create a big explosive play down the field. But there, it's a tight edge rush, forces him right into those defensive tackles, and they get the sack.
Big pickup for Orlando to get the 3 and out. Wadman to punt it away. Good punt. Wadman driving him all the way back to the 28-yard line. Rowland to the edge at the 35, got a block to the 40, and Rowland tripped up near the 40 for the second.
I mean, a Birmingham win, and at the bottom of the stage, that fight for the 4th playoff spot, it is going to be incredible. Dallas reeling right now. All these teams a win away from getting themselves in that playoff spot.
Opportunities here today.
The ball is out, and it's recovered. Fadakazi's got it again. Now, they're going to blow the whistle here. I have no idea why.
Good. Ruling on the field is that the runner was down prior to fumbling the ball. In the continuing immediate action, the defense did recover it. It's second down.
That ball is clearly out. There is no reason to blow a whistle right there. That knee was a foot off the ground. Beautiful little peanut punch right there.
So let's just change it right now. Put the knees down. We're going to give you the yardage. I mean, the ball is out. I'm sorry, the ball is out. The ball is out. It's recovered by the defense. We're at the 47-yard line.
So it's first and 10 from the 47. Defense from right here. Defense. After review, the runner was not down and fumbled the ball. Defense recovered it at the 47-yard line. It's Birmingham's ball, first and 10.
Now you see A.J. McCarron there. He is confirming he had thrown the red challenge flag, but that's a Mike Pereira-initiated review from the booth, so it is not a challenge used by Birmingham. They still have access to their challenge in this game.
That's exactly right. That was the conversation with McCarron and the officials, but now 3 turnovers today for Orlando. Certainly uncharacteristic for this group. Coming into today's ball game, they only had 2 turnovers in the 5 games total. And now losing the turnover margin 3-0 here. Birmingham now up 3, has a great shot putting their offense back on the field, but they have stalled out, guys. Birmingham scored those first 14 points quickly on their first 2 drives. Only 3 points on their last 5 drives. So let's see if they can establish some sort of rhythm here.
A desperate team needing a win and getting an opportunity. DTR on the run, bouncing off contact, and gets positive yardage out near the 42.
Took quite a shot there as he was running downfield. Here he's trying to get back to the middle of the field and lowers his head right there. Bang! And he's able to fall forward and reach for more yardage. Man, that is a big hit right there.
Devontae Beckett. Second and 5 after the scramble to the 42. Snoop Connor picks his way forward, and Connor tumbles down about a yard short for Birmingham. Well, as Jake reported earlier, it is continuing to be real chippy down there.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And this Birmingham offense, again, they're trying to run the football. They haven't had a ton of success. Connor, 11 carries now, only 36 yards. Their most successful offensive schematics have involved their wide receivers. Justin Ross on the outside, 6 catches, 104. Jaden Mickens, 4 catches for 75. So we'll see if they can get that passing game going here now inside the 40-yard line.
Safety's going back to the middle. Side.
3rd and 1. The pitch. Connor had to pirouette to catch it, and he gets the first down. That was dangerous on that pitch. Connor with good hands to secure it.
I tell you, that's called speed option, and that means that you're not blocking this in-man on the line of scrimmage. He's the pitch key, and DTR knows that he's going to come upfield quickly, and he does. Jasheen Davis is in the backfield, and DTR immediately trying to get that ball out. That's a good catch by Connor there, going back to the back shoulder and still picking up the yardage for a first down.
Mom says, all right, not bad. First down and 10. DTR, backside pressure coming. He takes a big hit, throws, deflected, and almost intercepted. He wanted Mickens. He took a pop and nearly picked off by Jasheen Davis.
He's trying to force this ball down the field. He took a big hit right as he threw, and he felt like he had Jadon Mickens down the sideline. Mish Powell really should have brought that one in.
We have several Storm out there. Brandon Sebastian in the area as well, and the Storm defense trying to get us 3rd and 6. 5-man pressure. Holmes throws wide. Justin Ross, the intended target, and it's 4th down.
And again, we're seeing just not on the same page. I think this is a product of DTR just not working a lot with these wide receivers. Remember, he's only been here now for a couple of weeks. He's expecting Ross to continue in here on a slant. He just kind of comes out and settles. And that's the type of stuff that you just can't have. You can see Dorian Thompson-Robinson is like, what's going on? He's expecting a slant. And he's trying to lead him right into that open window, and Ross just stopped on it.
So here's Anders Carlson, 48-yard try. It's been a bit of an adventure kicking-wise all year for the Birmingham Stallions. Carlson's the second kicker they've used. And Carlson's kick right down the midfield. 3rd and 4. Plummer with all day to throw. Heaving it downfield. And Rowland, what an adjustment. Makes the catch inside the 30. And a 1st down for Orlando.
This is one heck of a catch. This ball's a touch underthrown, and he goes back and gets it. He's working against JoJo Tillery, and the other safety is coming over the top. That's Alex Cook. Cook gets there with some contact, and he's able to concentrate through that catch point and haul it in.
The swing to Hamler. Blockers in front. KJ Hamler inside the 20 and a 1st down to the 15. He picks up 11 after the 34-yard pitch and catch to Rowland the play before.
And how about the block from Stylianos, the tight end? Watch as he gets out on the edge, and he's just going to lead the way. One big 86 right there. He contacts on the outside, and then all Hamler has to do is stay right behind him. Good to see Hamler back. We touched on that. Missed the last couple of games with hamstring injuries. Dealt with injuries his whole career. And he's had a really nice day today. 7 catches for over 100 yards.
And a draw handoff up the middle. Driving back to the line of scrimmage and no further is Jashawn Corbin.
And this is exactly what I was talking about, Kev, to start the drive. And Jake, you've been in situations like this as well. You know your offense is playing well. You all just need to calm down and execute. You're likely going to score points.
Gun change left, F orbit, river, F balloon, I want right. Yeah.
55th offensive play for Orlando. Advantage everywhere but the scoreboard for the moment. Set up the screen and it's pulled up. That is an outstanding play. Fighting through that blocking tandem for Deontay Johnson.
I tell you, it starts with the diagnosis of that screenplay. So there's Deontay Thomas right there, or Johnson, excuse me. And watch Johnson as he sees it. He's basically in man coverage, and he's able to get right through that block of Cole Schneider, the center, and they've got nowhere to go. Jashawn Corbin tries to turn upfield, and all he finds is Deontay Johnson.
And now a 3rd and 12 at the 17. Plummer with time over the middle, almost intercepted. Fadakasi's been finding the fumbles. He nearly had a pick.
He's rethinking everything right now because I mean, that is an easy interception. An easy interception, and he just drops it. I'll go back to what Mike Martz used to tell me when I was in camp with the Lions. He used to say, hey, Joel, if these defenders were any good, they'd be on offense. And I tell you, I know that's a tough line right now. They settle for a field goal, but boy, that should have been picked off.
There's Michael Lance, and the field goal try is good. It just sneaks in. Inside the right upright, and a timeout in Orlando. Browning on the hold, and Lance almost grazing the paint atop. That burst forward for Ty Davis-Price. Every step that much closer to a ribeye.
You know, and Jake, you can chime in on this as well, but as I'm just watching their offense, what worked early is the short passing game for DTR or his scramble ability and then running the ball on 1st down. But as they've tried to just push the ball down the field from the pocket, that's when they've stalled out.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get DTR back on the move. I mean, a lot of it was off schedule with his by him creating by himself, Joel, but he's a great athlete. Get him outside the pocket.
On 2nd down, steps around pressure, now on the run, pushing forward, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson Anderson with a first down.
Double right, two right.
Well, we know he doesn't like to slide. That's exactly what we were just talking about there, is his ability to create. And here he steps away from that rush, which is always very tough for Orlando on the edge. And then here he just lowers the shoulder on Jalen Mahoney. Like, he's got no slide in him. This guy is just like all business, just bam.
It's one of the things A.J. McCarron told us this week. He said, I try to control his confidence a little bit. He goes, I don't want him running people over. Well, he ran people over. He says, I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. 6'1", 206. He says, I'm a grown man. You can see everybody enjoying the commentary.
Train left, lock.
Mom Nova says he is a grown man.
Right,
He is, but I think she's saying right there, he's got to slide.
Go.
She may not be aware that a steakhouse hangs in the balance.
That's right.
Run in my side. Hey, what's that?
By Davis Price on the carry. Finishing run. He picks up 11. Another first down for Birmingham.
And there you go. So now a little bit of success in the run game. And we'll see if that affects the way Orlando wants to call their defense. And if that gives DTR just a little space on the outside to start throwing the ball. Now 80 yards on the ground against this number one rushing defense in the UFL.
Drop right.
Blake with Tim, 51.
4 dog, don't worry.
Everything on this drive on the ground. Fifth play coming up.
What's that?
And a flag. They were hustling to get
Everybody
that
but the
snap,
center?
and everybody moved.
75. False start, number 75. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Let's bring in Jake Butt.
Joel, you talked about this earlier, just the value of a quarterback that can inject life into his team. And as much as you want to see your quarterback protect himself and slide, when you see your quarterback leave the pocket and run through a defender, that injects some of that energy and hope into the offense.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And this has been their best drive in their last couple of series.
On the ground again, it's Snoop Connor bouncing it into Orlando territory and down to the 43.
69 previous spot holding offense. Holding number 69 offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, still first down.
They got Noah Henderson
Get him
here.
to lock in. Get him to lock in.
Here's 69, Noah Henderson on the outside right here. And as this play breaks out, he just gets a little bit of a hook right there. I don't know. Don't love that call. I think at the point of attack, if you just get that little hold as he just lets go, and then I thought that was a really nice job. I think that was Keyshawn Brooks who kind of played into it.
Now remember, they did cross midfield, so we're in a no-punt zone right now on 1st and 25. And Snoop Connor to the 43-yard line. You can't lose the ability when you go back behind the 50-yard line. Your punting eligibility cannot be restored until it's under 2 minutes.
Yeah, and that means that this is a massive couple of plays here. And all you're trying to do is get yourself in a manageable fourth down. That's all you're trying to do. Get yourself inside of 7-8 yards on fourth down.
Go turn right. Just go.
And the last thing you want to do in a three-point game is give the ball to Orlando right here.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Orlando, set.
2nd and 20. On the ground, not much there. And remember, again, they've got to go for it on fourth down.
Man, this might be time for like a screen, because you've got to pick up. You can't have 4th and 17, not against this pass rush.
Almost playing for field position at this point.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. We're playing for the punt. Mustang right.
Someone better tell them you can't punt.
Yeah, they're playing for the punt.
We gotta go. On to Orlando. Orlando set.
3rd and 17. He'll throw it. Hit him right in the hands of David Davis. Dropped it. And now 4th and 17, and they cannot punt.
Oh, my goodness. And he made the exact right read, and Davis is going to put him inside of, what, 6 or 7 yards, just like I had said, and he takes his eyes off the ball. The only one more frustrated than DTR is DTR's family.
Train left, 62 Seattle, 8 short, don't worry.
4th and 17, a 3-point game. Play clock winding. Down to 2, down to 1, and now a timeout. Birmingham's second timeout used.
I'm trying to make it work.
Birmingham has called their second charge.
Trying to make it work.
30 seconds in lane.
Anthony Beck knows what an opportunity awaits if his defense can get a stop here.
You know, and this is one of those scenarios.
Guys, what are we doing?
I gotta stay have you locked in. You know I got you. Come on. Call for Deion Kane. You know I got you, cuz. Come on. You know I got you.
But Deion Kane lobbying for the ball a little bit.
Let's go.
He's only had 1 target, no catches today.
Left 52 Seattle, H choice. Train left 52 Seattle, H choice.
Kev, you brought up field position prior. This is not about just like pushing the ball down the field for a first down. Even a completion helps you out a little bit. You know, so you can't get just careless with the ball. That being said, if you do throw it down the field, this is when the defenders have to be smart. You cannot pick this ball off. If he throws this down the field and you got an opportunity at an interception, you got to bat it down.
One great thing for Dorian Thompson-Robinson would be if he heaves it 45 yards and somebody picks it off.
Hey, easy. We're 52 and I'm going to Orlando. Here we go. Orlando set.
And flags fly.
False start number 69. False start number 69. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Noah Henderson.
Well, if they get the exact same defensive look, I'm going to tell you right now, and I know he wasn't on the same page earlier, they might want to put somebody else in the near slot. But John Ross can run right down the middle of the field. The middle of the field is not being defended, and that's where I would attack. I would put their best option here in the slot and really attack right down the seam. Because, again, the middle of the field is wide open.
Keep an eye on Ross on 4th and 22. Here comes pressure. DTR in all kinds of trouble. Throws. It is caught over the middle. Ty Davis-Price turns the corner and gets to the 40. He's short of the first down, but a big chunk of yardage and field position back for the Birmingham defense. Needed on stopping Birmingham.
Hey, easy. Hey, a lot of learn.
2nd and 3rd down here.
Run in my side. What's that?
2nd and 12. DTR the throw. Over the middle, floats it open. First down and more to the 40. Across the 45 is Justin Ross, and out of bounds near midfield.
That is such a good throw right there. Just layering it right over the linebackers. He got enough time in the pocket to survey what was going on. And he took
a run. Remember, Orlando down to 2 timeouts, so they're going to let the clock run before they use them after the 2nd down snap.
That's right. So you're trying to get a couple of stops here, obviously. And then they can still get the ball back with, I would say, right around a minute if they're able to get these stops. But remember, inside of 2 minutes, you can punt the football. So it doesn't matter if Birmingham crosses the 50-yard line or not here.
What's that?
2nd and 11. And DTR will keep it himself. He'll cross midfield to the Orlando 49, and now that timeout will be used by Anthony Beck. They have 1 remaining.
Well, now the decision for A.J. McCarron and this Birmingham staff, which is, do you go right back to the zone read and punt the ball away and rely on your defense, or do you put him on the edge and give him the run-pass option? It's obviously more risky. I think that you trust him at this point with what he's done over the last couple of weeks.
Empty.
DTR not only getting the play call in, he's doing the math as to what they would have if they don't get it back. A lot of time.
5 dogs. Lock.
Work being done by everybody on both sidelines. How much would be left if this? How much would be left if that?
All right, here we go.
Empty 12 paint coat.
12 paint coat. Empty 12 paint coat, go on.
Play clock down to 6. They've got to hurry.
I would just take a timeout. The last thing you want is a false start. Just take the timeout.
And they did. They took the timeout. Their third timeout.
What was that call?
DTR doesn't like the call either.
I don't know.
He doesn't like it either.
10. Just run the ball, bro. They're not scoring 45 seconds. Just run the ball. Away from the rim lid.
Timeout is gone. That takes the challenge away from Birmingham.
Come on now, boys. 2 guys low. Yeah, 2 guys low.
Waiting for his opportunity.
Here we go. Get downhill now. Train right. Lock 5 dog on the dummy. Ready? On the dummy.
They need 7 for the first down.
Smart here. He's going to try to go on a hard cadence to see if he can get him to jump offside. Got him. Snap it.
Thank you. Thank you. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. I ain't worked it all game. You got to figure it. Come on, Bob.
Neutral zone infraction number 52, defense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That is so smart by DTR. And also the left tackle, Noah Henderson. Because if Henderson doesn't also get out of his stance, there's a chance that Keyshawn Banks can get back and line up. But he jumps out of his stance, it draws the call, and now you've got 3rd and 2 and a much better opportunity to convert here.
Get 3 yards now.
Snoop Connor's the running back.
What's on? We're good. Orlando set.
And the handoff to Connor. Burst up the middle. He's got the first down. And Birmingham is going to be right back in the playoff conversation.
Yeah.
After a shocker in Orlando.
Victory. I know. I told you. Damn, y'all got.
Kev, we talked about what a quarterback could do. Energy and hope. And here he's used his cadence as a weapon. He takes him from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 2 because he gets Keyshawn Banks to jump offside. It is such a smart usage of that dummy cadence. A good job by the offensive line to sit in there, not jump. And then Noah Henderson just backs out of his stance once Banks is in the neutral zone to draw the flag. Then they get the first down, and the game now basically over.
And this will give us an opportunity to warn a nearby steakhouse. You've got a lot of very big, very hungry men that are headed your way from Birmingham.
What's up?
A.J. McCarron promising a steakhouse if they hang on.
Got one more.
Well, they're about to hang on. And A.J. McCarron's going to have to get the grill going.
Hey, huddle up! Huddle up! Hey,
Noah Henderson gets seconds.
Extra mashed potatoes.
That's exactly right. I said snap it because as a center, you get him in the neutral zone. You snap the ball in order to draw the flag.
Oh, yeah, young dog.
And he didn't snap it as a center, so Henderson just stepped out of his stance. And that gets the penalty, and Birmingham is going to keep themselves alive for a playoff spot. What a performance today for A.J. McCarron and this crew, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson. We saw this building last week, guys. A great offensive performance. They were shut out by Orlando 2 weeks ago. And the former Storm quarterback, the backup for the Storm, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, has come in here and totally transformed.
Good game.